Hey, if you believe in Jesus, you'll have eternal life. Michael Rivalsky here again with the Holy Bible King James Version with the Old and the New Testaments. I've been going around preaching the gospel to everybody every day, everywhere I go, first and foremost, which I believe is something that everybody could and should do. Also, Holy Bibles at Dollar Tree stores been in the King James Version, and like I mentioned, I've been giving these out free. I walked to Ohio in 2019. It took 4 months and 7 days. I preached to just about every single person I met, and I gave out like 781 Bibles that year. I actually tried to walk back down from Ohio back down to Florida. What I thought maybe I'd walk around the mountains, so I went across the state of Ohio. It was real nice too, because I had a fishing license, and then I went all the way to Indianapolis, and it started getting so cold, I just decided, I think I'm going to take a bus back. At any rate, I'm going to show my tent in a clean state. I finally figured out how to kind of organize stuff a little bit. There's all kinds of stuff I could show you. But I got stuff in bags, coffee bag, water bottle bag. I got my pot and stove over here. I made some really big, huge, bungy balls for the stove. So like the bigger the balls, when I'd set the balls would go on this thing right here, and I take the cap off. And again, you could use hand sanitizer as fuel. Last couple days we had so much rain. I mean, it's even raining now and the sun's shining. I looked on the radar, and everywhere on the planet was practically all cloudy everywhere. But we actually had some sunshine. We got some now too. So thanks again, God. At any rate, I'm hoping to actually get out and do something. I've used up the water from my rain catchers. It was raining for like 2 days straight. And I had them set up a little differently, but this is just what I did for now. One of the things I did want to show that I thought you might like is I tightened up my shelter. As you can see, well, there's a trucker's hitch. That was already a trucker's hitch, but I made it better when it comes to how tight everything is. I want to show you, if you're ever going to go camping and set up these little tarp shelters, I highly recommend that you know about these trucker's hitch things. Ugh. So I don't know what the title of this video is going to be yet. I just thought I'd try to make a video. Let me get up and show you what I got going on. And yeah, I haven't even taken these galoshes off for days. I just left them on there just because. Whew, man. Well, I'll show you from back here. It's tighter now. The structure went down a little bit, but everything's tight. So, for instance, here I have a bowline, okay, and yeah, I think did I tie an extra knot on that bowline? I might have. I don't know why. It may have been it may have been when I first I tied a bowline first, and I watched how this guy did it, and it looked like he put an extra knot on it, but it really only came out to, when I saw him do it the other times, it came out to just one knot. So, not to make this complicated, but he was showing how to do this, this Marine guy. At any rate, here, this line goes down and goes around the tent stake. And I have this at a 45-degree angle, or somewhat. I have it like at a 45-degree angle. And then what I did was, this is what's called a trucker hitch. You take and you wrap this around, and then you kind of leave it a little loose so you can make a loop. So you take and you like make a loop basically in the line. I'll show you over here. Imagine this was that line. Make a loop in it, and then you fold it like towards the thing, and then you grab this, and then you put this part, which was the loose end, okay, through this loop right here that you just pulled up. And what it does is it makes this kind of thing right here, and then you can pull, Lord willing, okay, on all this. Apologize, God. So many times I try to say Lord willing in everything I do and say for you, buddy. If it is the Lord's will, I almost should just say that, but I could almost just say that before I say anything. And if it is the Lord's will, you can pull this back, and then there's a slip knot. So once you got it, once I got it at the desired tightness, I pinched it, and then I took the end, and this is just an imaginary demonstration, and went around here and then pulled the end through, and then you just kind of like figure out which end's going to get it tight. So basically it was kind of like this. Matter of fact, with one hand, I don't know, maybe I could do it. Let's see. So it would be like that. Okay, so you run your line over like there, that's how I did it, and then just pulled this through, and then it would make a knot. You just gotta pull on the other end that's not the loose end. So basically you get that tight. And now the nice thing about this is, if I'd like to take it all apart real quick, something like that, I'll just pull on this, and that'll Lord willing, it'll come apart. I mean, pretty sure it would. Lord willing. There's a verse in the Bible. It's in the book of James. I think it's in chapter 2 or chapter 4. And it mentions that you're supposed to say, if it is the Lord's will, we will live or do this or that. Otherwise, it's like you're boasting, and your boasting's evil. But then it also mentions in the Bible about prophesying. And a prophecy would be somebody saying something from the Spirit, supposedly. I mean, I guess this is how I interpret it, that the Spirit gave somebody some kind of prophetic message or vision or something, and then, or that sort of thing happened, and then they delivered that to the people, for the people to know. Like, a good example is, I think there was this one mention in the book of Acts, where somebody says he takes Paul's girdle, and he like binds himself with it, and he says, basically that Paul, if he goes to Jerusalem, he's going to get bound with his own girdle, like this girdle that's bound, he's going to end up getting bound. And so that was the prophecy there. That's what I think happened. And in the Bible, you're supposed to despise not prophesying. So, I can't tell what's a prophecy and what's not a prophecy when it comes to everybody around, or when it's come to all these people that I've talked to. But this is my little tent cabin. And I try not to judge things or people. I had my friend the other day. I mean, I guess I didn't want to bring this up. Well, he's had some difficulty sometimes, and he misinterpreted something that I did, and I mean, I don't know. He's had some rough times. I've been trying to help him for years and years. Sometimes he's just had a rough time with stuff. I don't know why, so I don't even want to get into all the specifics, but he's been on what they call disability, and supposedly had some kind of I don't know, some sort of disability, which, as a believer, I believe that we are set free from any of that kind of stuff, and we just go along with what the Holy Bible King James Version teaches. That's what I do. All right, so I was just about to get up and leave, and it started raining. So I thought, well, let me just wait for this to pass, maybe, because we're really not scheduled for a huge amount of rain. I guess until it's forecasted like around 4 o'clock. So that was just a scattered shower. Wow, there's a spider hanging right in the middle of this. I don't know if it's ever going to focus on that. There he is. There, got him for a sec. Pretty cool. Anyway, I'm going to let you down here, buddy. Try to move you over here to another spot so I can walk through here. But yeah, I just tightened down my everything. So that's how easy it is. You get this loop called a bowline. You tie it on one end, or that's what I did. And it still looks like this one. This looks like it has an extra knot in it. Like, did I put an extra knot in it? I don't know. Why would there be an extra knot in that? This one doesn't have the extra knot. There, you can see what I'm talking about. This is just the regular bowline. I think it was because when I first learned how to do this, he did that. He had an extra knot on the end of there. I don't know what the reason was. Maybe it was because it was coming loose. Doesn't seem like that's coming loose. All right, so there you have it. Just show off my tent a little bit more. It's just so nice to have this, and this all works as a really good rain catcher. It's worked as a great rain catcher. Again, maybe I was prophesying when I was saying that. I don't know. It works as a great rain catcher. Is that a prophecy, or am I? Where would that have been boasting? See the complexity of this? Now here, before I learned all these beautiful things, you could see how I used to do things. And I'm not ashamed to show you, because it's, here's a knot. I don't know what kind of knot you call it. It's just like tie it up, probably just an arbor knot times 3. Same thing here. And sometimes what I would do to get a piece of rope to stay on a something like this is just go around it one extra time. That way you didn't have to worry about slipping, or I didn't have to worry about slipping, or it didn't concern me that it would slip at all, rather. See how much difficulty I've been having. I've been trying to speak truthfully, and it's been a challenge. I wasn't taught as well as I would have, I guess as well as I think I could have been. We didn't even have a Holy Bible in home, but oh well. But then again, am I judging? Another cool thing is I made a clothesline, and I could tie that up a little bit. And this, the nice thing is, Lord willing, if I would like to, I could travel and take all this down. It would take a while. I wouldn't want to take all this down. The one thing I did do, it was different, and I could adjust it maybe, is these stakes. This was from another tent version, same brand, Ozark Trail. It was a hiker tent, and let me tell you, they call it a hiker tent, but it was bigger and heavier than this tent, which is a 7x7 tent. I don't recommend that hiker tent from Ozark Trail. I think the poles are even bigger. I mean, these poles I think they're actually bigger than those. But anyway, I used the poles to just make it to where I didn't have to use any more rope for a couple spots here. And this didn't need to be super duper, tight, hurricane proof tight. I guess it's something that I could have like braced myself for. It really wouldn't have been that hard if we had that kind of situation. But that's it. These have been some dark days, and I'd like to get out now that it just started raining. Another thing that's been difficult for me is riding the bike while trying to keep my pants nice. Oh, and I didn't even tie my shoes, so but trying to keep my pants nice riding the bike, because I only have one pair of nice pants. Okay, and I've had people even compliment me on how clean I looked when I was going around trying to preach the gospel. Like, you live in a tent, how do you stay so clean? Well, I try to be presentable, because I'm going out there with the Holy Bible everywhere I go, and I'd like for people to come to faith in Jesus, not be scared off just because I look because people have judged the outer appearance, and it's in the Bible. God looks at the heart, right? But people have judged the outer appearance, so that's why it's been good to kind of find the whatever looks best. There we go. Ideas, and stick with that sort of thing. There we go. That looks good. Oh, another nice thing about this, having a plastic bag on there all the time. Obviously, when I was riding it without the rain, it was you might wonder, well, why would you have wanted a plastic bag on there? Because there's less friction on my pants. This, for some reason, was less friction than the material underneath there. So and what was happening is it was wearing my pants down, little by little, right in the crotch area, right in the posterior region. right in the crevice. I don't want to be wearing my pants out. I paid 20 bucks for these. They're pretty nice too. I usually keep my flashlight down in there, or that's where I've been keeping it. So at any rate, that's it. I just wanted to show off this trucker's hitch and kind of explain what I've been going through. I did manage to have my towel dry out on this line after, like, you know, after using it. And then I got some socks here that are, yeah, they are drying out. I tried to put them out a little bit earlier, but they couldn't do it. Otherwise, I mean, if I would have left them out, I could have done it, but otherwise, if I would have left them out, like I said, maybe it got rained on. These are just some camping tips. I mean, I could show you some more stuff. Oh, let me tell you this. The ant colony came back, and I managed to figure out what to do. When I noticed they were coming back, I took like a bunch of water and basically just dumped it on them, and it basically just drowned them, I guess. And then when they came back a little bit more, every time it was a little bit less. So I just kept on doing the water dump on them, and that worked. And then there's actually, this is something I don't mind. I have a nest over here of yellow jackets. They're coming out of this little spot right here, or they were. There goes one. It's been about every 5-10 seconds at least. Usually they'd be coming and going. Is there another one? There's another one. All right, so my phone got wet. Try not to mess this up. Uh-oh, what did it do? It's still okay. It's okay. All right, but there's a reason for that being nice. And in the Bible, it teaches that God can send the hornet. Now, I'm not hoping for anybody to be messing around with my tent, but that sort of thing has happened. And you never know. Maybe God is, maybe he thought of protecting me with those things over there. I apologize for the lighting. Jesus, I'm kind of sitting a little bit awkward from what I was sitting at. Yeah, I got some mud on my pants, just a little bit, just from walking around out there. Oh, Lord. It's okay. So you see, I'm trying to keep it clean. Oh. Yep, what else could I show you? I'm trying to think of what else. Is there anything else? I got that, yeah, I think I might have showed off these tongs. Nice to have. These, I was using them for like flipping meat on the grill over there, on the Barbie, or whatever. But, it's really not a Barbie. But, oh well. Or maybe it is, I don't know. Maybe I could call it a barbecue. But it's just nice, after I've taken the pot off, I've been able to use these tongs to then set those down, because I've knocked those off, and not all of these are from that, but there's a couple holes from where I think just recently I put a big hole right there accidentally because I messed up, and so I'm getting better at stuff. Hey, I'm getting better at stuff too. It's not like I'm the be all end all. Oh, I know everything. And there's nobody that could teach me anything ever. Oh, here's another thing I got. It's kind of neat. It's a sharpener. Now, that's a ceramic, those are ceramic rods. And I can't adjust the angle entirely, but I can actually sort of run it without going all the way, you know, like to where I'm running it just on one of those rods if I want to kind of angle it. I thought this was neat. We had a sharpener like this at work when I worked at Ken's Barbecue, and it was just like, you know, just run it over the knife, and I thought that was like, you don't have to sit it down and then go with the knife. You could just swing like that with the knife, and it actually did sharpen my knife, so I thought that was great. And I guess that's pretty much it. Knocked out the ants with all the water. Now we're starting to get some more water again, or some more rain. See, this is how it's been. And today's been a break. There's been little breaks in the rain, but we had this tropical storm, and it was like, I might as well just hang out around the tent, you know, wait it out. And And then the forecast was saying, oh, it's not going to rain until such and such, but the forecast was wrong. They haven't been getting the forecast right at all day. It was supposed to rain in the morning, it didn't. It was supposed to rain at lunch, it didn't. It was supposed to, then they took it off. They said it was going to rain at 4, and it wasn't supposed to rain until 4 o'clock, and only for that little short time. And now you see what's happening. But I'm thankful for it. All right, well, that's pretty much it. I don't know. Hopefully, maybe this will be a nice video for you. Hopefully you get out there, preach the word, be prepared in season and out of season, correct, rebuke, and encourage is what it says in the NIV 84, or correct, or what does it say? It says reprove, rebuke, and exhort, I think, in the King James Version. Sorry for this. I don't know. Oh, it looks dim because I got they dimmed my cell phone because it's got auto dim. There it goes. It went back up again. At any rate, thank you for being so patient through this video. Hope it's a blessing to you. And yeah, hope you'll tell people about Jesus. And you can give out free Bibles from Dollar Trees. You can check your local Dollar Trees. It can help a lot of people. I just give them out to anybody as soon as possible. All right, y'all have a blessed one.